Thank you Squarespace for sponsoring this video. If you are thinking of making a website, portfolio, online store, think about getting it from Squarespace. In this Hong Kong travel photography series, I have took you to several different areas of Hong Kong. This time though, is about nighttime photos in Hong Kong. Also different is the gear. Instead of the usual Fujifilm X100F which I love, this time I need a zoom lens. Here it is the brand new Sony 24-105mm f4 G OSS on a Sony A7R Mark III. Now I came to Mong Kok. Again, I've been to Mong Kok in the previous episode. You can check it out over there. This time obviously in night time, and it's hey. I just need to wait for someone to cross the street or yeah, something like that. Oh, somebody, those bicycles that deliver meal. Did I get it? Did I get it? Yes, I think so. That's not bad, that's not bad. This is pretty nice as that it has that logo, kind of purple or magenta color, kind of tacky color, and that's great. People waiting outside, and then there's a reflection on the mobile smoothie, the ice cream truck. If you search on the web for Hong Kong nighttime photos, you will find loads of neon light signs, but in fact, not anymore. Nathan Road, I would go to Nathan Road later. It used to have like loads of neon lights. It's crazy, but then I don't know, is it because they are getting old, they are getting expensive to maintain, and then maybe I'm not exactly sure. Maybe the government had tighter regulation on those old neon lights. They have to maintain it. So there was a time, maybe like 10 years ago, they all changed into that kind of just printed canvas sign. Obviously, those print on canvas signs, not canvas sign, not as good, not as great for ours to take photos of, but they are new LED type sign, and they actually getting closer to what neon lights are like. In fact, this time I do this a bit differently. I have a theme of Blade Runner this time, or rather, inspired by the visual style of Blade Runner. Initially, I wasn't thinking about a theme. I just think about Hong Kong nighttime, and then all in my mind is all those postcard photos like, oh, neon light, oh, tram, Victoria Harbour, that kind of thing. But when I suddenly thought of Blade Runner, I quite like this idea, that having a theme. I'm sure it's not my new idea, something like that. Someone probably have already done that before, but it definitely excites me, gives me new inspiration. Yeah. This is great. This is what I'm talking about, that those neon light is actually disappearing from even Nathan Road. Nathan Road used to be full of neon light, but then now replaced by LED light and huge LED screen. So the real world is actually catching up with Blade Runner on advertising. This is great. It's just like the stock market, and then the bank leading line of light, and then at the reflection we've got diamonds. I mean, it's like it meant to have diamond on the reflection in front of stock market, and then people in front. Almost cliched. It's not raining. It's supposed to be thunderstorm. The photo is a bit too clear. It doesn't have steam or rain. Can't really control that. Okay, well, those huge neon lights at the Leyden Road are disappearing, but actually in this smaller street there are still quite a lot of signs, whatever neon light or LED or whatever, still quite a lot and in a really tight packed space. And obviously those back alleyway in daytime it's already quite, not really scary, but kind of like, ooh, that kind of thing. But at night, you can get some really brilliant photos. The floor is always wet for some reason. I mean, well, the reason is quite a lot of restaurants, they don't even have the space for washing dishes, so they do it at the back alleyway. With all the cockroaches and rats. Watch out for traffic, that's the most important thing. This two screens is really useful in this situation. Of course, I have to look for traffic, but I can still get low angle. Oh my god. For this episode, I also come to Causeway Bay, which I've just been to here in the last episode, in daytime. So in front of me, this Sogo crossing, so many people come to take photos of this Sogo crossing. There's one over there. Actually, I was hoping for it to rain because in Blade Runner, it's always raining. Too bad the rain stopped. Look at that, the floor is so wet. It was raining, but it stopped. I hope it would rain again. I'm thinking this huge LED display would be nice as a backdrop. Finally, it started to rain, exactly what I was hoping for, but proven to be quite challenging to film. I've been shooting here under rain. Definitely the hardest time, the hardest to shoot, to film this time. I mean, all of these cameras are splash proof, not like heavy rain proof. Something that Nikon and Canon are still better. They work under heavy rain. It is risky to my camera, but sometimes it has to be done. Rainy lights is just so magical. The rain is a breath and a curse. I hope my A7S2 get enough cover. Come on, I need someone to walk in here. I'm checking if my A7S2 is fine. This is how my camera looks like. This is so wet, look at this. Okay, the rain stopped a bit, maybe not as smoothly, but at least I can shoot video. It's really hard to look at the screen here. There's a truck. Oh, might be a good shot, I can't see from here. I do want to lie on the floor, but it's wet. This time it is so out of my comfort zone. I won't usually think of, it's rainy, let me go out and shoot. But I was driven by thinking I need to shoot one episode about nighttime of Hong Kong in this whole series of Hong Kong travel photography. And I'm also driven by the idea of Blade Runner inspired visual. I end up with quite a lot of keepers. And that's the end of this episode. I have to thank you again Squarespace for sponsoring this video. If you thinking about making your website, your portfolio, online store, think about getting it from Squarespace. If you decide to sign up, use the link in the description below for 10% off for your first purchase. There you go, there are some places in Hong Kong that you can do really great nighttime photography of Hong Kong. Actually, there are still loads of places in Hong Kong that you should explore it yourself. And especially in summer in Hong Kong, in nighttime, it's just so much more bearable. It's still hot, but so much more bearable. So I'm going to go home, take a shower, and go to sleep. Bye.